6,841 parts. 6841. It's actually 6840. 6840, that's how many total parts I have. Parts in each category. I have 778 that are A parts. I have 1,583 that are B parts. I have 4,479 that are C parts. Just for fun, let's figure out the calculation here. Go ahead and take each of those part counts divided by my total parts. Let's anchor that in. So remember, the 778, that's 80% of my spend, but it's only 11% of my actual parts. These others were the remaining 20% of my spend. They're 88% of my actual parts. So 88% of my parts, I'm going to go out and I'm going to automate. I'm just going to order a bunch of it. I'm going to put them on repeat order, and I'm not going to worry about them. So that all I have to worry about are these 778 parts. Now, for this particular tab, and this relates to one of your homework problems, we're talking about proactively counting inventory and making sure it's accurate so that we never have to do the Jan approach of stopping a production line to count inventory. If we do daily counts of inventory and try to get through each of our parts on a certain period, we'll make sure that any inventory discrepancies are continually cleaned up. For my A parts, I want to count all 778 of them at least once every 30 days. So that would mean I'm taking my 778 divided by 30. That means I need to count roughly 26 parts a day. So if I have someone go out and proactively count 26 of those parts and make sure all the inventory records are accurate, over a 30-day time period, I will have counted all 778 parts. Drag that formula down. For my B parts, I want to count each one of them over a 90-day period. So I need to count 18 a day. For my C parts, I want to count all 4,479 every 180 days. That means I need to count at least 25 of those a day. If I were to hire a person just simply to go count parts and reconcile inventory, I would just add up those three things, and the person I hire would have to go out and physically count 68 parts a day and reconcile them and so forth. All right, you with me so far? What you don't realize is by doing the ABC classification, you have learned how to do the first homework problem. By doing the cycle count, you have learned how to do the second homework problem. Now let's keep moving on. Let's still apply this stuff to the real world, but also learn more homework problems. Here's what I did with those B and C parts, roughly 6,000 parts. I thought I